Good evening, everyone. Please tell me where you're joining from. I'm Tepo. I'm T, if you can't call Tepo, because many people are finding a problem pronouncing my name. So you can just call me T. Can I ask you something? Have you ever climbed into bed, exhausted, and unable to sleep when you get to bed? You lie awake, concerned about money, your children, your future, everything that's going on in your life. Don't worry, you're not alone. I've been there. And today, I want to show you something that changed the way I think and the way I think about income. I want you to know something. You're not lazy. You're not bad with money. The system most of us were taught is simple. Study hard, get a good job, work harder, hope things improve. And reality has proved otherwise. You just keep hoping things will improve. Which takes me into my story. That was me. For 15 years, I worked for commission, an income that is inconsistent, a workplace that requires you to do more, to work harder, long hours, a lot of sleepless nights. I did a lot of sleepless nights. I survived on very little sleep. I was stressed. I was exhausted. I was overwhelmed. But I looked at other people succeed and I thought, if I work harder, I'll make more income and succeed like them. But as you know in life, not everything looks like what it really is. What I didn't know is that those people didn't have lives. Just like I was not having a life. Always working, sacrificing my children, hoping, I'll make it. Believing the lie I was told that working for commission means working for yourself. But you don't get to set the target. And as I was pushing in all that, life threw me a curveball. In 2023, I got diagnosed with a tumor. And within 3 months of diagnosis, I had to undergo a 12-hour surgery. It was the most gruesome day my children ever had, as they related to me how they spent that day waiting for a call from the hospital to give the outcome of the surgery. It was gruesome. It was tension. It was terrible for them. And then, I thank God, I recovered. The operation became successful, but I was never the same again. And before I went into the op, I asked myself, will I come back to this life? And yes, I have. The op was followed by a 12 months, 1 full year sick leave. At some stage, I could not speak. I had to learn to eat again like a baby. I had to learn to speak again. I had to learn to walk again. And sometimes, as I was lying down in that hospital bed, I would ask myself, is this it? Was it all for this to end like this? But then, with time, I recovered. And when I came back to work, I found the targets still waiting, the chase being required. And honestly, I felt like a stranger in a familiar place. I was not, I was no longer the same to keep chasing commission. And like I said, I asked myself, is this how it ends? Will I ever live again? And I'm grateful I am still alive. And that made me realize I need to look for something different. I need to do life differently. I need to earn income differently. And I started searching. I discovered the Legacy Builders program. I discovered this blueprint. And because I promised myself that if I come back, I will come back with vengeance, not against people, vengeance of living life. I allowed myself to stop living and start existing in the name of success, thinking I was doing it for my children. And now, this is where I want to share this blueprint with you. I want you to realize that it is hope giving. I hope someone watching will realize that this blueprint is a beacon of hope. It has given me hope. It has helped me to stop chasing, but it has totally made me redefine success for myself. I realized lying on a sick bed that real success is not around money, it's around relationships. The relationships I have with all my loved ones was all that was racing through me. My children, will I be able to look after them again? It made me have the opportunity to do a playback, to review what I always put aside because I was always chasing. And I want you to know if this is you, you're not alone. We grew up with hard work being the only thing. And with digitization, we have the online space. We also, during COVID, that online started taking root. It's still taking root. It is estimated that by 2030, 2 billion, no, not 2, 2.5 trillion people will be using online. And come to think of it, online has changed our lives. It has changed the way we shop, the way we work, the way we learn. And having said that, I hope a mom who is trapped in commission, who is trapped in a job that is unfulfilling, will have hope and take courage just at least to look into this blueprint. And this is my story. This is where I started looking. And when I got to understand what it is about, the 2-hour workday and the automations. Wow. I was intrigued. I realized it's an opportunity. It's online. I will do it at the comfort of my home. It is flexible at my own time. I jumped in. I did not waste time. I remember when I started, I was wondering, am I going to do videos with my face? Or am I going to do faceless? And I thought, the way I look is because of the surgery I went through. And when you look at me today, I am 90% back to how I looked before the surgery. But when you look at my face, you can see the effects. I am still recovering. And saying that I'm recovering and still able to build a business must tell you something about this online business, that it is well structured, it is flexible, it gives me pleasure, it has restored my confidence, it has taught me a lot of things that I was afraid to learn. It has made me face social media, something that I was not very keen to do. But because I did this, one, for my children, two, for myself, and I saw that that is the reason, that's my why I'm in this business, for them. And the money will follow. It's for my growth, for me to be happy, to be able to take care of my children, because I wasn't going to be able to live with myself, having to be the one switching off the lights in their lives, telling them they cannot study. When a child decides, I want to study further, it is their right to be allowed to do so. And the fact that life handed me a curveball through my health was not a reason for them to pay for it. And that is why I finally decided to go with my face. I am not ashamed to be looking the way I do, because I am giving hope to someone to whom life has handed a curveball and they may be struggling to recover. It may not be in the area of health, but whatever it is, when you look at me, when you look at my face, be encouraged that even if life happens, you can bounce back. You might not be able to do everything the way you used to, but you can still carry on. Embrace life, be thankful, because this is an opportunity that's not going to come back. The one thing I want to talk about today in terms of this online business is the 2-hour workday. It is real. I am testing it. I've been working it. I am refining. I am learning. I am growing. But I want to also focus on automation. The 2-hour workday is when you check your emails, you respond to the emails. You check the social media comments, you respond. You do your videos and you publish them. Basically, those are the three things that you do. You grow in them, you learn, you improve, you realize that this is better. When I look at my videos when I started and when I look at them now, I see the growth. If you can go watch them, you will also see the growth. Now let's talk about automations. When we talk automations, it's a system where I can send 5 emails, one a day, and I don't have to always write. I write all the 5 emails, insert them into my system. I tell my system, I schedule them, that this one must go out at this time, followed by this one the next day at this time, just like that. I do that once, I forget about it, and automations will keep sending the emails. Just like when I invite you in my videos to check the blueprint, it's automated. You check it, you view, you listen to the videos, everything. That's automation. And if you join me, that will be your life because you do something once and you set it up for days and it just continues. So, my friend, this is what I wanted to talk about today. I would like you to really, really consider as a mom and a busy mom, the overwhelm doesn't have to be part of your life forever. Maybe it was part of our parents' lives because they had nothing else. We have technology. Let's make use of it. Let's not be afraid of it. Let's take courage to learn. And I want to invite you, when I send out messages about our webinar, you are not buying anything. You are not binding yourself to anything. You are just giving me your email so that I can send you the link where you can hear live testimonials where you can hear live testimonies of moms and dads who have joined this business when they tell where they started and what it has done for them. So check my blueprint. The link is in my description. And thank you for your time.